Most narcissistic people, y'all, do not get better as they get older. And if you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. In today's episode, we're talking about just that, y'all. How most narcissistic people do not get better as they get older. Stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe. Thank you. So, y'all, narcissistic people typically do not get better as they get older. A lot of times, they get absolutely worse, especially the narcissistic people who are super insecure about how they look and things like that. As you get older, your looks fade for most people. Narcissistic people hate that. It's like one of a narcissist's biggest fears is their looks fading. So they won't be able to get supply that way. And because they won't be able to get supply that way, they typically look for other ways to get supply. They try to be super successful money-wise and things of that nature, but that doesn't always work out. And when that doesn't work out, they typically lash out at the people who are closest to them. Their spouses, their children, their students, their co-workers, their employees, their bosses, anybody who is in the general radius of an aging narcissistic person gets treated badly. So if you're dealing with a young narcissistic person now, don't wait for them to grow up and pray that they get better, because it typically doesn't work out that way. So up to the YouTube channel. So yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. Most narcissists do not get better as they get older, and that's just me keeping it hot. That shouldn't be new to a lot of people. But if you're new to the channel, it's going to be new to you. But like if you're just a consistent viewer, I'm so thankful for you. Keep watching. I might drop some new nuggets for you. You know what I mean? But like I said, most narcissistic people tend to just be. I'm not gonna say most narcissists are physically attractive, but a lot of narcissists are physically, they're worried about how they look. We worry about how we look. We always catch ourselves in the mirror like, oh, I know I'm 38, but am I gonna get some wrinkles here? Am I gonna turn? How many years do I have left of looking like that? I remember asking myself that question. I remember I was 29 years old, thinking I was gonna get old and wrinkly when I was like 35. I was like, okay, 4 years of looking like this. I'm gonna waste my time. You know what I'm saying? It's just this weird, crazy fear. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, but Lee, I feel the same way too. And I'm not a narcissist. Y'all, intent matters. Are you going to get worse as you get older because you're so self-absorbed with yourself that your looks matter and that your looks are the only thing that matter to you? Are you that narcissistic? No. You see what I'm saying? A lot of narcissistic people, we worry about getting older and our looks fading because that's one of the main ways that some of them get supply. That's how we get people that's how we ensnare people. Is the way we look, the way we present ourselves is how a lot of narcissists get supplies. It's like how physical attraction plays a big role in that. You physically attracted to me, then it's kind of like this. If you're already physically attracted to that narcissistic person, you kind of put yourself in a deficit already. Because you're physically attracted to people, a lot of times people are more willing to let them get away with something. Like, because I'm physically attracted to you, I'm willing to ignore a couple of red flags. And narcissistic people bank on that. They hope you overlook stuff. Because I'm attractive, I hope you overlook the fact that I don't have anything else to offer you. I don't even have a house. I don't have a car. I don't even have shoes on my feet. You didn't look. You so invested in my face. You didn't even realize I had one shoe on. You don't even worry about how I look. Y'all worry. Like I said, so many people are willing to overlook this stuff. But as that narcissistic person gets older, the looks are going to fade. So what do I have now? So they'll focus on something else. They have to find a new way to get supply. It's kind of like an old lion. I can't run and catch you anymore. So I got to sneak up on you now. So work on something else. My charisma, my personality, my money, finances. We try to work on something else, another way in order to achieve supply and just to feel better about themselves. So you get a lot of narcissists who go after that, who go after things of that nature, but it doesn't work out for everybody, y'all. So you have an old narcissist that getting older, their looks are fading, and they're not being successful in life. Buckle your safety belt. Buckle your safety belt up, because you're gonna be in for a bumpy ass ride. That's one of those things, y'all. You're in for a bumpy ass ride, because the older they get, the worse they're going to treat you. Because it's kind of like they're going to blame you for their regression in looks, for their regression in attractiveness, for their aggression, for their not being successful. The closer you are to that narcissistic person, the more blame that you're going to get from that narcissistic person. They're going to blame you for everything, y'all. The kids, the wife, the husband, whoever you are, you're going to get that blame. It's going to be, it's part of it, y'all. This is part of the cycle. This is part of the cycle of being with a narcissist. This is part of it. You're going to get the blame for whatever's going on in this person's life. If I'm not where I want to be, it's somebody else's fault. You see what I'm saying? If I'm not where I want to be in life, it's your fault. If I'm not where I need to be, it's your fault. So the older they get, the worse they're going to start treating people. These old, especially y'all. Aside from being the spouse of an aging narcissist that is treating you horribly, it is extremely difficult to be the child of an aging narcissist that makes you feel that you feel like you are obligated to have to take care of. You know, if they don't have the money, if they don't have the money, if they don't have the mobility, if they cannot be self-sufficient, if they can't take care of themselves anymore, they're going to treat you horribly. If you got an old, mean, nasty, narcissistic parent or grandparent that you have to take care of, that's so hard to do, y'all. That is so hard to do. That is extremely hard to do because they treat you horribly and they make you feel like you're obligated to take it. And I saw somebody say evil never dies. So the meaner they are, just like the longer they're gonna live. You see what I'm saying? It's just like I seen people in my comment section like I've had people go no contact with their parents because their parents are super toxic to them. It's like, look, my mom is 85 years old, but I cannot do it. You're like, she's killing me. I'm going to die before her because she's killing me emotionally. She's draining me. Every time I go over there, I have to hear something. She's throwing stuff at me. She's trying to attack me. She's making me feel guilty. Like, and she's been doing it. It's like, this is not because she's old and senile. It's because she's been doing this in one way or another my entire life. And I'm tired of it. She's like, hey, I'm just like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta protect yourself. At the end of the day, this is your life. You know, she's 80 something years old. She might live 15 more, 20 more years. You never know. She might break the Guinness Book of World Records for oldest person. You know what I mean? Just in that space right there, break the Guinness Book of World Records for the oldest person, and you have to take care of them, and they just get nastier the older they get. So narcissists don't get better with age, y'all. So if you're dating a young narcissistic person and they are just young and horrible, don't expect why y'all wait around for them to grow up, y'all. You don't have to give people the opportunity to grow up on your clock. You don't have to do that, y'all. You don't have to provide them a space to grow up and treat you horribly. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Please don't do that to yourself because you're going to ruin your own goddamn life waiting around for somebody else to grow up. Oh, this is 2 rap bubbles in a row. Stop holding on to the hope that this person is going to grow up and they're going to see you for your worth, see you for your value, treat you better. No, they're going to get worse, y'all. They're going to get exponentially worse. And sometimes this is what happens. They get older, they get nastier, and somehow, some way, shape, or form, they discard you and leave you lonely and go find somebody else. Imagine giving 20, 25, 30 years of your life to somebody, and then they leave you for somebody else. And you knew it. 20 years ago, you knew it. You was like, damn, this person's horrible. Hopefully they get better when they get old. You knew it 20 years ago. Imagine the regret. Imagine that meteor of regret that's going to come crashing down on you. When you knew you should have left 25 years ago, but you wanted this person to grow up. It's going to be a meteor. It's going to leave a crater in your heart. And you can heal from a crater, y'all. The earth has been hit by plenty of meteors, and it's healed. You can heal from a crater. You can heal from a meteor, y'all. But it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. Right now, you can avert your course right now and avoid that meteor. You see it coming, you're like, damn, that's a damn meteor coming for me. Oh, it's 25 years in the future. If I stay, it's going to hit me. Let me go ahead and hop over here to the left or to the right. Let me dodge this. You can dodge the meteor right now. Taking action right now is what you have to do, y'all, to grow. It's what you have to do to empower yourself. Because if you do not, what happens to you? There's no growth. There's no empowerment, y'all. You have to empower yourself. You have to. You have to. That's the only way you keep moving up, y'all. That's the only way you keep moving forward. That's the only way you grow. That's the only way you grow. You have to keep moving forward, y'all. Like, because don't give them a chance to grow up. You growing up, you're getting better. And they are not. Sometimes they get worse. It's kind of like y'all on different trajectories. Like the better you get as you get older, the worse they get. You see what I'm saying? Y'all are going in different directions. Y'all might have started off at this parallel line going in the same direction, but over time you go in different directions. But do you want to do this? Because some of y'all have to do this right here to catch up with them. You have to nosedive yourself to try to catch up with them. And you're trying to, like, it's like a spaceship. You're trying to go underneath them and pick them back up. and they're dragging you down with them. Yo, this is the year we got to power up. You got to finish out the year strong. What's today? It's September. It's September. You got September, October, November, December. You got 4 months left in the year. This is the last 4 months right here. We're taking charge. We're making changes. We're empowering ourselves to be as strong as humanly possible. Power up. Take advantage of your life right now. Grab life by the reins. Stop waiting on somebody else to grow up. And it's time for you to take charge of your own life. Don't wait on them to grow up. It's time for you to. You see what I'm saying? It's time for you to grow into who you're supposed to be. You can wait around for them to grow up, and then while they're growing, but it's like you are this flourishing plant. They're a weed, y'all. If you are a flourishing plant, they're this weed right here, y'all. They're growing. Y'all are growing together. Yeah, they're growing together, and they're wrapping around you just like this, draining the life from you. They're wrapping around you. They're growing, and they're draining the life from you. Weeds drain you. Weeds take your nutrients. Don't water the weeds. Time to set yourself free, y'all. Untangle yourself. Time to grow. Grow into who you're supposed to be. This big, beautiful plant, y'all. But anyway, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more of this course. Of course, as always, mental illness is out. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video, y'all. I am truly, eternally grateful for every single one of y'all that support the channel in any way, shape, or form. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that we can reach more people, to help more people. The self-love brand is available. I'm strong. I love me. It's a self-love brand. The self-love journal is available on Amazon as well to help you rebuild that self-love and identity, during the toxic relationship. Also, look into joining the channel memberships to get more behind the scenes perks and things like that, y'all. Thank you so much for your support.